Testing. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Hoping everyone can hear me now. This is the first break of two breaks this evening. My name is Will. This is 20 blaster boxes from a brand new retail case of 2022 Stadium Club Chrome Baseball. One of my personal favorites of all the Topps releases. Everyone can see here the overhead. Hopefully, it is a sealed box. And hopefully you're checking on the bottom there. You should be able to see your name aligned with the correct team. If I make a mistake, please let me know. I thought I had all teams paid for, but I'm missing one from the first break. Since we're starting a little late, I'm just going to go ahead and eat it. It's the Minnesota Twins. Let's do this. Let's see. 1, 2. We're looking at 5. So let's try. Let's make this pretty as possible. Let's see how. Not as graceful as I'd hoped, but hey, they're there. All right, start separating. So 5. I think once we get going, this should go pretty fast. Each box has 4 packs. So a couple of interesting tidbits that weren't in the auction, just to give you a heads up so you know. Normally each pack has 6 cards. These apparently have 7. The additional card is going to be the X-Fractor that's exclusive to just this product, just this release. So 8. So a few more cards than expected. I'm sure you guys don't mind that. I also opened 8 of these boxes from another case for my personal collection and had some pretty good luck. So I'm very pleasantly surprised. I was averaging about 1 color refractor per box. Now that's not guaranteed at all, so I did want to mention that. But if it happens tonight, heck, at least close to 1, that's pretty nice. A nice little bonus, probably some of you expected, or maybe you didn't expect it. You've opened some of this already. So just to verify, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. We'll make this our first break. The remaining stuff on the shelf will be in the second break. If you bought into both, actually, honestly, I like seeing people buying into both breaks, because the worst thing that could happen is if you buy into one team for one break, you watch the second break, and that team does better in the second break, you get that kind of, you get really frustrated. I've been there before. So when someone buys into the same team for 2 breaks, I like seeing that because it kind of covers it as far as the missing out of the negativity. And I'll make sure the cameras are adjusted and you can see. Yeah, I will work on the camera angle. Sorry about that. I'm assuming maybe the overhead one. You can see at least a little bit, and then I will work on that when we start opening packs. You'll get a little better angle. And I try to, if I see any kind of imperfection, I try to slow down and take a look at that card, because the last thing I want to be accused of is someone damaging a card or getting damaged in shipment. I want to be as upfront, as transparent as possible. So give me 1 second. I'm going to mute the microphone and we'll get started. All right, let's get started. And I anticipate, since we're only looking at 4 packs per box here, I'll open a couple boxes at a time just so what I kind of like to do is I'm one of those breakers that likes to open a little bit of a stack at once. Um, because if you're watching on YouTube and you're watching later, you can fast forward. It's a lot easier to do it that way. I try to mute the microphone when I open packs because it can be kind of loud and tedious. And if you're kind of cleaning the house or something like that and watching this in the background, you can kind of walk off or do something, run to the bathroom real quick and come back. All right, let's get going. And as we open, I'll adjust that camera angle if you can see more thoroughly. Confirming empty. We got 4 packs in the first box. Quality as of late has been kind of rough. So I mentioned to somebody I'd opened some hobby boxes and I'd opened some of these, and I saw some warping issues. So hopefully we don't run into that this evening. If so, I'll make sure to point it out just so you know what to expect. Warping issues in the past, Topps has had issues with Chrome cards. I don't know if they do them too quickly and they don't let the Chrome coating dry. It's packaged too quickly, whoever manufactures it. If you don't know, Topps doesn't manufacture most of their product. They subcontract to other companies. Or at least they used to. If that's changed with Fanatics, we'll see. So maybe we'll do a stack of 5 at a time. That way we're doing 4 separate stacks. So I like this product for a couple of reasons. First off, the Stadium Club always has excellent photography, and they do try to do different photos. So it gets, if you didn't like the photo from the regular issue, you can enjoy another photo, hopefully. Of course, Chrome cards have a different eye appeal to them, visual appeal. And as far as value, Chrome usually has a significant increase in value if you collect or you invest. I really prefer people to collect more than invest, but I understand whatever floats your boat. All right, first 5 boxes. I'm going to go ahead and start opening packs. I'll mute the microphone, come back, and we'll get going. Since these are Chrome cards, you'll notice, put some gloves on too in a second here. You'll notice that I try to lift instead of slide the cards as I go through them. I'm not going to call out the names. I'll let you just take a look. It just gets tedious if I call out the names as I go. Sorry about that. If you like that, my apologies. But I'll try to lift the cards as far as slide them to protect the surface of the card. All rookie cards will be sleeved. And a lot of the major veterans will be sleeved as well. And then hits are going to be top loaded, of course, and shipped to you. Everything will be in a team bag, securely packaged, usually a double bubble wrap. And these will all go out either tomorrow or at the very, very latest, it'll be Monday. So good luck. Let me put some gloves on, start opening packs, and I'm going to mute the microphone now. Oh, sorry. You think it's too many cards? I may try to do fewer boxes this next time around. So again, I try to lift, and I'm holding these and see if I can get a good angle. It is tough to get with the gloss sometimes. And it's almost too bright. What do I have that's too bright? Is it this light up here? I'm gonna set this back down real quick. Adjust some of the lighting. That's not much better. 1 second. Ooh. All right. That seems to be a little bit better. I'll do the last names since we're doing fewer cards on this break, but some of the bigger breaks, man, it gets really tedious. All right, let's get going. First stack. Good luck to everyone. All right. Right off the bat with one of our XR X-Fractors, sorry about that. Roansy Contreras for the Pirates. Congratulations. Looky here, we got a wave to the Dodgers. And the Dodgers, that's going to be Scott W. First insert refractor here. It's going to be a wave refractor. Trey Turner. All right, we have a beam team. Bryce Harper. In fact, let me go ahead. I'm going to start sleeping. All right, see, it's not focusing too well. Sorry about that. All right, Fran Reyes, and I'll try to keep it, make sure it focuses. So, sorry about that. Campanella, Salvador Perez, Reed Detmers, another. This is a rookie X refractor. And right behind that, Anthony Rendon refractor. So this is what I was talking about, some of the warping issues. Not all of them are affected by this, but I noticed there is some warping issues here. That helps a little bit. It's unfortunate. It's not completely out of my hands when it comes to that. If you've opened any hobby boxes, I noticed the production date was very close to release date. So they rushed these out considering they were late to market. They still kind of rushed them out a bit. Try to focus in a little bit there. All right, Frankie Montes, Cecil Fielder, John Kruk. That's a great photo. Kyle Buller for the Braves. Burjan, Dylan Bundy, Trevor Rogers, another X refractor, and a Pete Alonso. These are pretty cool. I was joking with a friend. These seem like a combination of Ed Hardy meets MAGA. Not trying to get political, but I mean, that's kind of what I thought, the whole American theme here and the cartoonish nature of it all. Pete Alonso, trophy hunter insert. And get that Trevor Rogers sleeved. Acuna Jr. That's a great photo. Looks like a base card. Oh man, that is having trouble focusing. Sorry about that. It's a pretty high-end Logitech camera. Will Smith, Derek Jeter, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., another X Refractor, Andre Dawson, and Beam Team Pete Alonso. Ted Williams base card with his Maverick outfit. We'll call it Top Gun. Max Kepler, Carlton Fisk, Lance Lynn, Montero X Refractor, and behind that is a trophy hunter Salvador Perez. And yes, of course, we'll do a recap towards the end. Sorry about that. Lance Lynn, Morales, Widener, and Jock Peterson. Brian Reynolds, Willie Stargell, Jonathan India. This looks like, is this refractor? Nope, nope. Jeff McNeil to the Mets. Lorenzo Cain, X Refractor for the Brewers. And Vladdy Guerrero, Team of the Future. Kevin Gossman, Johan Duran, Dontrelle Willis, Joey Gallo, Nolan Arenado, X Refractor Xander Bogaerts to the Boston Red Sox, followed by a Beam Team Mookie Betts. Greg Maddux, a great photo there. Splashed out in his Cubs uniform. Was always a big Greg Maddux fan back in the day. Manuel Rivera rookie, Rendon base card, Johnny Bench, Duran base card, Trevor Rogers, JV, Justin Verlander, Astros X Refractor, going out to Jason D. Currently a Mets, but he's in his Astros uniform, goes to the Astros. Followed by a trophy hunter, Buster Posey. Just saw a recent interview with him. He said he's not missing baseball at all. He's got a young family he's dealing with. Maybe in a few years we'll see him coaching. Still pretty soon. Bryce Elder, another Montero base card. Romero, Ryu, Max Fried base, Eloy Jimenez, X Refractor, followed by Fernando Tatis, Team of the Future. Matt Olson base card, Cal Ripken, Sammy Long. It is trouble focusing still, yeah. Lorenzo Cain, base card. Mariano Rivera base card. Sandy Alcantara base card. Rendon X Refractor, followed by a Julio rookie Beam Team going to the Mariners. Mariners, Tyler T. Last year they didn't do the blaster boxers for Stadium Club Chrome. I was pretty disappointed. 2020 they were kind of a big hit the first year. Connor Siebold base card. Gavin Sheets rookie base. Gavin Lux. Xander Bogaerts. DJ Friedel. Adam Wainwright X refractor with a Lance Lynn refractor follow-up. Base refractor. I think the base refractors fall one in every 3 packs or so. So another reason I like this set, I'll get to it in a second. Travis Arnaud, base card. Luis Severino, Adam Wainwright, Jose Miranda, Pedro X refractor for the Boston Red Sox, and a Julio team of the future. All right. 2 Julios pretty quick. Another reason I like this set is because it's released in 2 different formats, and that kind of, if you're a math person, you kind of go back and figure out exactly how much were produced on some of the sets and some of the inserts, I guess you could. Christian Yelich, Dan Musial, AJ Alexy. They try to fix that camera for the second break, so sorry about the first. Taylor Ward, sorry about that for the Angels. Connor Wong, X refractor Ivan Castillo, rookie for Kansas City, and Dale Murphy base card. And here a Miggy refractor. So since they release it in just 2 different types, basically a hobby box, there's no jumbo hobby, there's no retail packs, you only have a retail blaster box here. You can figure out some of the inserts, including the X refractors. I've done some back of the hand calculations, and my math is right. Somewhere around about 1,000 X refractors were produced per player, assuming that everything's equal. They didn't produce more than one, lopsided for one player or the other. They're not numbered, so there's no real confirmation. Salvador Perez, Kansas City, base card. Sammy Long, David Wright, JT Realmuto, X refractor, Team of the Future, Jonathan India, Matt Olson base card, Clayton Kershaw, Sean Murphy, JP Crawford, Colton Wong X refractor, Fernando Tatis Team of the Future, Ty Cobb, Rhys Hoskins, Kirby Puckett, Austin Meadows, Ty France, Ivan Rodriguez X refractor, and we got another wave. This one is a Gavin Lux wave. I'll kind of stop and sleep at this point. Gavin Lux for the Dodgers, Scott W. Again, Topps doesn't really confirm exactly what is produced, but you can get an idea. Kind of helps you also if you're looking to complete sets, put together things. Nice to see that Bobby Witt finally got his first dinger of the year. He kind of got off to a slow start. If you're a Royals fan, you probably already know this, but he did get off to a slow start. He hit a home run, I believe it was yesterday. We're located in the Seattle area, just outside of Seattle. Edward Cabrera, Marcus Stroman, Max Scherzer, Alberto Mondesi. Man, that is bad. I apologize again. Sorry, Stu. I'm doing my best. Alberto Mondesi, Tony Gwynn, Luis Robert, X Refractor, Wander Franco rookie beam team insert. Get some Franco love finally. Hans Cruz rookie, Jake Berger. I haven't gone through those yet. Tavi Romero base card, Ryu, Max Fried base card, Will Smith, X Refractor, followed by a Matt Verling base refractor, Hunter Green base card, Edgar Martinez, Ryan Mundcastle base card, Chipper Jones, Jake McCarthy rookie X Refractor, Mookie Betts Trophy Hunter, Mookie Betts base card, Trevor Story, Logan Gilbert. There's your Bobby Witt Jr., his first base card we got going on. Austin Hayes, Nick Allen, Austin Meadows X Refractor. For the Astros, there's a Joe Perez base refractor, Mike Schmidt, Tyler Glasnow. So 5 boxes in. Looks like we got 2 wave refractors. That's still way above the odds. I believe the wave is something like 160 packs, somewhere around there. I'll have to confirm it, but it does look like we're getting our 4 X refractors per box. So let's do this. I'm gonna open up. How about I open up all the packs right now, and then I'll do shorter stacks. I'll open up all the boxes. I apologize. So all the packs will be spread out here, and I'll do shorter stacks. That way it's a little safer for the cards. Uh, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute the microphone. I'll open all the rest of the remaining boxes. That way we can kind of streamline it because we're running a bit behind. I want to try to catch us up. I know some of you have a late night if you're watching both breaks. Whidbey Island's actually a pretty nice place. They have a lot of resorts and I think there's a nature preserve, I believe, on Whidbey Island. I've gone to it a couple times. Anderson Island is in Puget Sound. That's actually where they filmed War Games. There's a lot of movies filmed around here. I'm not a Seattle native. I moved here about 12 years ago from Houston. So, yes, you're going to start probably swearing. I am an Astro fan. It is my team. I understand how a lot of people hate them or angry. Let's take a look and see our stack so far. Looks like we got 2 color refractors in there. I'd like to see that. That's a good start so far. So yeah, Whidbey Island's kind of nice. If you're not from the Pacific Northwest, you got to get used to all the ferries. They don't build a lot of bridges. They do the ferries to get around. Uh, ferries meaning boats. Some of you kind of bad out there. You can already hear the chants. But boats to communicate, to transport people between islands. There's many, many islands in Puget Sound. So let's get started again. Hopefully, a little bit better focusing. Sorry about that, Stu. Greg Diekman for the Cubs. Josh Donaldson, Yankees. Great photo there. Yoan Moncada for the White Sox. First X refractor of the stack is Sandy Alcantara for the Marlins. Beam team insert Mookie Betts. I think we got him earlier. Soler for Miami, base card. Dylan Cease. Wade Boggs. George Kirby, rookie card. Castellanos for the Phillies. There's a great George Morgan, or Joe Morgan, George, I'm thinking, Joe Morgan photo, and that's an X refractor there. Going to the Cincinnati Reds. Max Scherzer, Trophy Club. Noah Syndergaard, Teoscar Hernandez, Jesus Luzardo, Alex Manoah base card. There we go for the Astros. That's a nice hit there. Look at there. Jeremy Pena, X refractor. One of our best hits so far. Going out to the Astros, it's going to be Jason D. Congratulations, man. I want this card. If you don't want it, I'll take it, all right? Because I'm an Astro fan, and I've yet to pick this up for my personal collection. So it looks like there's a little bit of a warping on this one, too. It's unfortunate, but that's what we're seeing on some of these cards. The refractors are kind of exempt from the warping because of thicker card stock, but I don't see any damage to the surface of this guy, but it is a little warped, so keep that in mind. It'll be top loaded before it ships out to you, Jason, so don't worry about that. Yeah, moving from the south to the Pacific Northwest was quite a change. Yes, it's pretty rainy here, but the rain is a mist. It's not a thunderstorm kind of thing. If you're used to southern thunderstorms, I mean, especially the people now in Southern California, they're getting used to some thunderstorms lately they're not used to. But it's more of a misty kind of a gloom in the Seattle area. That's a bit of a change. A lot of people use weather, or is it winter lights, or I forgot what they're called. But basically lighting in their homes to avoid kind of the gloom in the winter season. But it's a bit of a change there. But the nice thing is no air conditioning. You really need no air conditioning. Some days, maybe a week out of the year, you're going to need air conditioning. Other than that, it's nice not to have a $400 electricity bill. If you're from the South, you know what I mean. Jackson Kowar, rookie for the Kansas City Royals. That's a base refractor. A Hunter Green rookie beam team. Joe Perez base card. Again, man, it's tough. Keith Hernandez base card. Randy Arozarena base card. Dave Winfield. A nice little Ricky Henderson X refractor there. It's kind of nice to see. Again, it's tough to focus in. Wander Franco, Team of the Future rookie insert. Jonathan Heasley base card. Mike Yaz base card. It's a nice Frank Thomas base card. Looks like he's in. Is that Minneapolis? Is it the Superdome? Or I have to check. I think this was the Twins who played, right? Some of you out there, old Twins fans, may know. Austin Riley base card. Spencer Torkelson base. Jim Abbott, the wonder. If you know your history, you know Jim Abbott was a freak in a positive way. We'll call it a freak of nature because he was so talented. But he was born with one hand, I believe. So he did an amazing thing just to field the ball, and he was excellent at his position in fielding. Kind of makes me feel a little bad as a baseball player because I wasn't that good and I had more resources than he did. So Aaron Judge, trophy hunter. Jonathan India. There's your refractor, Jonathan India for Cincinnati. This is a blue refractor and it's number 2. 199. This is number 199 of 199. Jonathan India for Cincinnati Reds. This is going out to Richard T. Congratulations. Luke Williams base refractor. Eli Morgan. Kyle Wright base card. Sorry, go back. That was a Luke Williams base card, not base refractor. I apologize. Shane Bieber base card. Adrian Martinez. Chase Silseth. I'm not very good at that name. I apologize. For the Angels, that's an X refractor. Gleyber Torres, that's a base refractor. Joe Morgan base card. Jose Canseco. Simon Muzziotti, rookie for the Phillies base card. A Tatis base card. Dalbec. Joey Votto, X refractor. Miguel Cabrera, trophy hunter. Yasmani Grandal. Brian De La Cruz. Did I miss something here? Making sure. I thought we had 2 colors or 2 thicker cards. I might have missed it. Go back and look. Gleyber Torres was a base refractor, so it wasn't that one. Jackson Kowar is a base refractor as well. So my PC is the Astros. I collect Trout because, well, it's Trout and of course Ohtani. Guys are such generational talents. I guess my other person I collect is Nolan. I know if you're in the Seattle area, you're kind of excited. This summer we're going to have the All-Star game. I checked into getting tickets to the All-Star game. Got an email back just yesterday. I was going to post this to my friends. Guess what? Some of the packages are running. The base package I saw was $3,800 per person for All-Star game tickets. Of course, they sell them in a package, so you don't just get the ticket. You get other things as well. At least they give you that at that price. But that's the base package, starting at $3,800. Many of the other packages were up to $15,000 per person. So, if you're going to the All-Star game or you're flying out here, enjoy it. I'm sure it's like once in a lifetime kind of thing for a lot of people. Maybe for other people, it's not. If that's the case, then, well, you did well in life. You can afford to do that often. But the All-Star game beginning of July. And the National Convention for Collecting is back in Chicago this year. I'll be there. I won't have a booth, but I'll be attending. I'm a fan. I'll be there every day at the convention. You got to go hardcore. If you haven't had a chance to go, it's a lot of fun. It is essentially an adult toy store. You know, as a kid, you kind of always probably wished you'd want to go if you knew about it or collected when a kid. Just going, I'll be honest, it's kind of a dream come true. When you were a kid, you probably dreamed of it. I am not really into all the autograph signings because they are quite a bit extra per person to get things signed. And you kind of have to want to get something specific signed. If you're doing it to kind of as an investment or collecting value, probably not a good idea because that autograph signing fee is probably more than whatever you're getting signed is worth. But it's a neat experience. You definitely, if you collect cards, you got to go once. And I'd recommend going to the Chicago show just because it's probably the most time tested. They've done it for so many times that year at that facility uh, at the Rosemont. Donald Stevenson, I believe it is, facility in Rosemont. They know what they're doing there. It's well organized, and if you can jump on tickets early, that's your best bet. Do a VIP or a super VIP if you can go for more than one day. All right, next stack here. Jonathan India base card, Taylor Ward base card, Jeff McNeil, Jazz Chisholm Jr. X Refractor, David Ortiz Trophy Hunter, Rivera base card, Rendon base card, Lodolo, Goldschmidt, Woodruff, Matt Brash for Seattle Mariners, his rookie X Refractor, Jonathan India, Team of the Future, Trey Turner, Charlie Blackmon, Henderson, Ricky Henderson, Devers. Hey, Astros are doing well this break. Jordan Alvarez. Should have kept him for me. Jordan Alvarez, X Refractor there. I thought about keeping the Astros, but I try to build sets as well, so Bryce Harper, Dynasty insert, Verdugo base card. There's a Julio base card, finally, for the Mariners. Julio, Tyler T. All right, Tyler, let's get you some type of refractor Julio. That would be nice. Let's see. Miranda, base card. X Refractor, Jacob DeGrom. Beam Team, Hunter Green, rookie. Usual base card. AJ Alexi. Wainwright, Lourdes Gurriel. Enrique Hernandez, X Refractor. Kershaw, Trophy Hunter. Yelich, base card. Peterson, Kepler, Will Smith, Derek Jeter. For the Astros again, Jake Myers, X Refractor. Francisco Lindor, Dynasty. Morales, base card. Another Ted Williams. Josh Widener. Carlton Fisk. Lance Lynn, base card. Arenado, X Refractor. It looks like that's an Ian Anderson base refractor. Hunter Green base card. Clayton Kershaw base card. Edgar Martinez. Stuart Fairchild. CJ Cron. Luke Voigt. X Refractor. Juan Soto, Team of the Future. Alex Thomas base card. Contreras. Enrique Hernandez. Nola base card. It's a really good photo there for Tom Glavine. Sorry about that. Man, the camera is just something else. I'm going to have to fix the focus. I think that's what it is. It's trying to focus too hard on these chrome cards. It's not getting a good angle. So everybody who's struggling to see exactly what this is. I'll just do it closer. How about that? May help. Tom Glavine. Randy Johnson. Oh, this is much better. I'm sorry, guys. I should have done this earlier. Matsui. And that is an X Refractor. That's tough to see with the angle there. That is an X Refractor Matsui. Chas McCormick, base refractor for the Astros. Mitch Haniger. It's a great Jeff Bagwell photo. Base card, Larry Walker. Walker Bueller. Sammy Long, X Refractor. O'Neal Cruz, Rookie Beam Team. Luis Robert, base card. Mattingly, and Drew Ellis. All right, that's it for that stack. Let me sleeve these. That Matsui's kind of tough to see. It's so dark. So big money if you're going to go to the All-Star game. Take a bunch of cash with you. Things are expensive. I think there is some type of fan fest the weekend before. I'm going to try to make that because they usually do some really cool giveaways. Topps does. Maybe exclusive packs, exclusive cards. Nothing that I probably could break, but if you're on my eBay store, I may list some things if I don't collect it. I'm sure there'll be a lot of things themed related to Seattle. Probably, especially with Ichiro coming up on his Hall of Fame induction. He hasn't been voted in yet, but come on, let's be honest here. It's Ichiro. He should be one of those first ballot Hall of Famers. I was talking with somebody about Joey Votto and his path to the Hall of Fame. I think he's getting pretty close to being a lock at this point. He's put together a really good career under the radar in Cincinnati. And unless you're a Cincinnati fan, you probably don't give him enough respect. Or at least a fan of the league he's in. You see what he can do to you. Probably one of the more famous, too, Canadian baseball players in MLB history. Because Canadian collectors don't get enough love either. I'm fairly close to Canada. I thought I'd be lucky, move up here and have better shot at getting OPC stuff from Canadian dealers, but I think a lot of the people that collected OPC, since it was based in the East Coast, they're on the other side of the country. But I'm a Nolan Ryan collector, so I'm going back trying to find his old OPC releases. And they are condition sensitive. They are pretty tough to find in good shape. I think the card stock was just thinner then. Or they just chose to use thinner card stock. I also noticed too some of the grading for PSA, some of the graded OPG cards, they seem to be a bit more generous on their grading because of that. It's like they're mindful of knowing that OPG 10 is not as quite as easy to find as a Topps 10 in the same year. All right, we are running behind. I am trying to make up a little time, but I don't want to damage the cards. Don't want to overlook anything. Again, I'm going to sort all night. Make sure this stuff gets out hopefully tomorrow at the very latest. We'll say in Monday's mail, and that's only if for some reason post office delays their pickups, because it should be at my local post office tomorrow afternoon. You should see some tracking on it, some movement after tomorrow evening, even for the holiday coming up, the Easter holiday on Sunday. Well, holiday for some at least. So far on our break, we got a nice Jeremy Painter X Refractor. We do have a base Witt, base Julio card, but no parallels for those just yet. Got a few Wave refractors. And a blue serial numbered refractor for Cincinnati. One more. But you probably bought into this break for the X refractors, which is a good deal. It's tough to find those. Secondary market kind of expensive for some And if you're brave enough to put together an X refractor set, more power to you. All right, let's get closer and try to do it this way instead. There we go, focus in. He's still having trouble. Aaron Ashby, base card. Zach Short, base. Seth Beer, base. Verlander. Eric Davis, X refractor. Behind that is a refractor Trey Turner. Tyler Miguel, base card. Schwarber. There's a Mike Trout base card. I'll separate that and sleeve it. Pedro Martinez. Derek Jeter, X refractor for the Yankees. How about that? Some Yankees love finally. It's been kind of cold so far. O'Neill Cruz, Beam Team rookie. Jose Abreu. There's Craig Biggio. I've been missing this one for my personal set. So Craig Biggio base card. Royce Lewis. Dave Stewart. Brian De La Cruz, rookie for the Marlins. X refractor Mike Yastrzemski. X refractor. Jazz Chisholm Jr. Team of the Future. Marte. C.J. Abrams. Joe Adele. There's an O'Neill Cruz. I'll sleeve that separate. His base rookie. Polanco. Fox. Willie McCovey. San Francisco Giants X refractor. Tom Seaver. That's a nice photo of Seaver for the Mets. That's a base refractor. Rodriguez. Lamont Wade Jr. I want to open more packs and get going. We're so far behind. Gavin Sheets. Alex Bohm. Ty France. Jim Abbott. Acuna Jr. X refractor. Randy Johnson trophy hunter. And that's the Arizona Randy Johnson. He had several teams. Dylan Carlson. Stroman. Rondon. Lindor. Krylov. Otto Lopez rookie for the Montreal Blue Jays X refractor. Base refractor Luke Williams for Miami. Jackson Profar. Josh Bell. Good Steve Carlton photo there. Base card. Juan Soto in his Padres uniform. Tyler Gilbert. Solar X refractor. Followed by a Soto trophy hunter. Richie Palacios. Ozzie Smith, his famous flipping photo there. Ryan Howard. Castillo. Colton Wong. Jared Kelenic, X refractor, followed by Spencer Torkelson, Team of the Future. Sonny Gray, X refractor. Alex Manoah, Team of the Future. Yu Darvish, Stargell, McCarthy, Lorenzo Cain, Friedel, Jeff McNeil, X refractor. Sandy Alcantara, base refractor. D'Arnaud, Seabold, Severino, Austin Meadows, Sandy Alcantara, Mariano Rivera. There's an O'Neill Cruz X refractor. How about that? That's good. Here we go. Some O'Neill Cruz love. The Team of the Future, Will Smith, Edward Cabrera. Again, focus in there. There we go. Tristan McKenzie, Connor Wong, Ian Anderson X refractor, Mike Trout Beam Team. How about some Mike Trout finally? Hadn't had much Angels love. We need some Ohtani love here now. Kevin Gausman, Duran, Dontrelle Willis, Mark McGwire, Big Mac, Jazz Chisholm. There's a John and Kruk X refractor for the Phillies, and George Polaco from Minnesota. That's his base refractor. Dale Murphy, Andrew Benintendi, Ryan Reynolds, Bryson Stott, and Jack Flaherty. Last summer at the National Convention, it was in Atlantic City. I had a chance to meet Daryl Strawberry. Very cordial guy. Guy's just massive, though. He's just huge, man. Just a big leaguer's really massive guy. I'm sure he played more than one sport, baseball, but he's still pretty built. Keeps himself in shape. He was very friendly. I had my Astros jersey on, congratulating him for doing well against the Astros in the '80s. I'm sure he's been waiting for my congratulations, of course, because I matter. But no, he was very nice, kind. Signed an autograph at the Topps booth. And every now and then, believe it or not, Topps does free stuff. I know it's crazy to think that, but they do free autographs at their booth at the National Convention. You do have to jump on it pretty quick if you have a chance to go. You get a ticket early in the day they do the autograph signing. If you do get a chance to go, I highly recommend you go the first day, the Wednesday. Go to the booths, get information. If you're a collector looking for a certain card, find the card you're looking or hunting for. If it's not the price you're willing to pay, maybe stick it out a little bit and see. Later in the show, you can haggle a little bit. Maybe get them to come down off that price. Of course, you run the risk of losing that card if you're trying to finish a set, and that card really is rare. They do a great autograph signings, sometimes for free. Check that out. Again, this year it's Chicago. Last year it was Atlantic City. And if you're a New Jersey fan, more power to you. But it's an interesting experience, to put it that way. Glad it's not Atlantic City for the next few years. Next year will be Cleveland, back in Cleveland. I believe it's the Exo Center. If you're ever wondering why they keep it in the Midwest, there's lots of dealers and distributors in the Midwest. Of course, Topps in the past has been based in Pennsylvania. I think Fanatics may be moving some of their base operations to Texas, the Dallas area. But in the Midwest, you have a lot of distributors and retailers. They have done the show back in the 90s. They did it in Long Beach, I believe, in the LA area, West Coast. It's just not quite as common. National conventions. TriStar usually does a show in Houston every year, at least one. There's several shows that go down in Dallas for some of the Dallas collectors. And Dallas is a nice area to do a show as well because you have Beckett is based in Dallas. So you have Beckett Grading. It's not too far away. Come out and get card graded sometimes at the show. But PSA is based in California. I'm sure at some point they will be back in the California area for a show. I have collecting buddies that live in the Bay Area, and they tell me good things about the hobby and people that collect out that way as far as it coming back. Not quite to 80s levels, but hey, 80s levels wasn't necessarily a good thing. A lot of overproduction, which hopefully Topps is mindful not to do again. Time is currently, I have about 9:42 Pacific. The next break is scheduled to start at 10:30. I think we'll still be able to finish in time. But if you are scheduled for the next break and we're coming close to that time, I may delay it a bit just to make sure to reset, get a drink of water, do my bathroom break, maybe for you to do a bathroom break as well. Grab a beer, grab your favorite refreshment, whatever that may be. Maybe grab something to eat if it's a late dinner. And reset. Give me at least, I would say at least 15 to 20 minutes in between breaks. It would be very nice. But I do understand it's a late night for some of you on the East Coast watching. And for me, it's definitely going to be a late night because I'll be sorting for you guys. Get these out. Normally I have a 2 or 3 day turnaround time, but I will be making a trip soon. I'm trying to get this done. So my hurry to get it out works out to your benefit in this case. So it will be en route when you're enjoying Easter holiday break, refreshments, meal, family, and friends. Do how about two more, and then we'll leave the last stack for the last portion. Again, we'll do a recap at the very end as well. Get that focus in. All right, Kyle Hendricks base card. Arias base card. Stever base. Edmund. X Refractor Salvador Perez. Kyle Tucker, team of the future. Hey, we got an auto going out to the Brewers. Aaron Ashby, rookie auto. That I believe is unnumbered. Let's take a look at the surface here. A little bit of that same warping issue I mentioned it, but surface looks pretty decent. This one doesn't see any smears with the auto. So Brewers probably went for a fairly reasonable amount of money because the Brewers didn't have a huge checklist. Aaron Ashby, rookie auto to the Brewers. Congratulations. No autos are guaranteed in the set, so I mean, if I find some, I figure we'd have at least maybe one or two in the case. The big pool here is going to be the X refractors and the different color refractors. We've already pulled quite a few. All right, let's get back focused again. Luke Voigt in his Washington Nationals uniform. Kelenic, Verling rookie. Yepes rookie. Honus Wagner X refractor. Follows him by a Harrison Bader base refractor. Robin Yount. Josh Lowe. Justin Turner. Gleyber Torres. Jose Ramirez. Reggie Jackson in his A's uniform. He's on the A's checklist for the set. Trey Turner X refractor. Juan Soto team of the future. Matt Manning base card. Donovan. Eric Davis. Merrill Kelly. Andrew Jones. Old timer Andrew Jones X refractor. Wander Franco rookie beam team. There we finally got our Ohtani base card. I'll sleeve that one separate. Aaron Judge base card. Steven Strasburg. Get that focus in. Vlad Guerrero Jr., Miguel Cabrera, Ortiz, Vlad Guerrero X refractor. There's an Ohtani insert. How about that? We get some Ohtani coming in love. Jackie Robinson, Mackenzie Gore, and this is his Nats uniform. Chase Silleth, Brandon Nimmo, X refractor Ryan Krylov, CJ Cron base refractor, Matt Brash, Straw, Minea, Nasty Nestor, Byron Buxton, Lucas Giolito, X refractor, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and we have a wave refractor, David Ortiz, Trophy Hunter. This is a parallel for the Trophy Hunters. Separate that. Darren Munson, Enrique Hernandez. Get the stack out of the way. Focus in. Still, come on now. Here we go. Ian Anderson, Marte, Romero X Refractor, Dynasty Cal Ripken Jr., Giolito, Eloy, Jeremy Pena base card, Jackson Kowar, Jose Siri, Blake Snell, Jesse Winker X Refractor, another Wander Franco Team of the Future rookie, DeGrom base card, Andrew Jones, Logan Webb, Mike Clevenger, Josh Lowe X Refractor, followed by A. Jeter base refractor, Otto Lopez, Jordan Alvarez base card, Machado, Jake Myers, Willie Mays, good Willie Mays photo there. Robin Yount for the Brewers. Brew Crew had a pretty good hit so far in this case. So Robin Yount, X Refractor, Nolan Arenado Trophy Hunter, Andre Dawson, Hank Aaron, George Brett, Reed Detmer, Spencer Strider, Albert Pujols, Harrison Bader X Refractor, and Joey Votto Beam Team. Next week I will be visiting the Bay Area, visiting some family in the Los Gatos area. Driving down there, so I have to get these orders out pretty quick. So I know we have a limited audience. It's pretty late, and not everyone's streaming at once. They may be watching it later. But those of you who are awake and watching, what do you think about the pitch clock? I think if it brings more fans to the game, I'm for it. It speeds up the game. I like that idea. I'm sure there's going to be some growing pains, and I've seen some. I saw, I believe it was Machado that got thrown out. He had some issues. And Tim Anderson, I think it was yesterday, he had an incident where he accused Logan Webb of fast pitching him. Seemed like he was a little bit, but I mean, what's fast pitching anymore? I think the whole point is the pitch clock is to pitch fast, so can't say it wasn't expected somewhat. Tim Anderson's a pretty good guy. He's got a good reputation. He's kind of frustrated. I'm sure he's not the only one. I don't know if maybe there's a warning that should be in play first before you give someone a strike. Maybe each person gets one warning, or maybe they delay the strike, or they delay the initial punishment for 6 months, or maybe for a couple first few months they give everyone a little bit of a grace period. I know they started it in spring training, and it's not the first time this has been brought up. But all I know is if I'm watching my team and it's the playoffs and an incident like that happens, you got to believe that people are going to lose their mind, accusing a umpire of being subjective. Now, yeah, we know the pitch clock isn't subjective. It's a timer. But I believe the batter has to be prepared to take the pitch within 8 seconds. And there's been some question of what is prepared to take a pitch. And that is there's a bit subjectivity to that. I can just see how this would be very frustrating. I'm not a huge NBA fan because so much of the fouls are really subjective. And where there's subjectivity and money involved, there's sometimes corruption. I think they're averaging, I want to say I see some of the comments there. I think they're averaging like 26 minutes. They're saving 26 minutes, and hey, that's a decent chunk of change. I try to listen to the Baseball Tonight podcast. They were mentioning it. How now they could be out of the stadium a lot sooner in the evening and on their way home, more than they ever thought they would be at a certain time. Playoffs, yeah. I think also in the playoffs, you got a lot of people that tend to drag it out every single at bat in the playoffs. I got a stack here I forgot about. I'll do. Look at there. Like the refractor in that stack. Let's get going. Come on, here we go. You got your Molina, Rowdy, Urias, Lodolo rookie X refractor, Clayton Kershaw putting together a good Hall of Fame career. That's his base refractor. Kyer Falefa, Kimbrel, Burns, Lewis Gill, Ty France X refractor. There's some Bobby Witt love. We haven't had much this break. His Beam Team insert. Sorry about that. McCormick. Hayes. Yuri Gurriel. Tom Seaver. Yepes. Miles Straw X refractor. Adolis Garcia, that's his base refractor. Luke Voigt. Jim Palmer. Justin Turner. Matt Vierling. Jesus Sanchez. Manny Machado X refractor. Mike Trout Trophy Hunter. Robin Yount. Josh Lowry, I'm sorry about that. I say Lowe. I think it's Lowry, I believe. Maybe wrong. Donad, Kyle Tucker, Cronenworth, Rivas, Jeff Bagwell, X refractor. I want that card. And there is our color refractor of the stack I had. Brian Lavistada of the Guardians. This is a green parallel, numbered to 99. This one is 46 of 99. Show you that. See that 46 of 99. Hey, this is having trouble focusing. I'll have to do the fixed focus on this next break. Let's leave that for the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland Guardians, that goes out to Scott W. Contreras, Stuart Fairchild, CJ Cron, Tom Seaver X refractor, and a Joe Morgan Cincinnati base refractor, Mitch Haniger, Alec Thomas, and Jeff Bagwell. Yeah, I'm a big National League guy because I was an Astro fan back when they were in the National League. Coming to the American League, I thought the pace of play was actually slower, even though they had the designated hitter at the time. They were the only league. So I like the idea of speeding it up. For some reason, it just seemed like the pace of play was slower between pitches in the American League. At least that's what my perception, however flawed it may be, coming from leagues, watching games. I think the cracking down also on foreign substances is something to consider. They need to be more consistent, perhaps, with that. I know I watched some games in the playoffs last year, and there were some pretty obvious foreign substances on caps, pine tar essentially, being used to grip the ball. And I'm for the feeling if make it legal, right? That way you don't have to enforce it. They know what to expect. There's no kind of There's no controversy. Everyone knows what the rules are. If it's subjective, then we run into some issues there. If you just kind of make it legal. I have different feelings about that too also when it comes to performance enhancing substances. That's a big can of worms. A lot of people have differing opinions. But to say that there wasn't performance enhancing substance 30, 40 years ago, before the steroid era, is to speak an untruth. And there may not have been good ways to test it, but they did exist. People did utilize it. And what numbers do you want to throw out? It's a slippery slope when you start throwing out numbers from a certain era, certain people. Especially when you have a league that doesn't always enforce the rules like they should. Do you play by the rules, or do you play by the rules everybody else plays by? Especially when you're dealing with millions of bucks. And essentially, these are livelihoods, you know. If you sign a million contract for an extra $1 million, that goes to your family. It goes to your generational wealth. And if they're not going to enforce something, it's just, Yeah, there's a lot of people that are to blame. It's not just one person making one decision. That's a bad decision. There's a lot of gray area that not all baseball fans see. And yes, I know it's coming from an Astro fan, and you have people that are Jeff Bagwell. There's lots of controversy around him and some of the other players in his era. But you have people like Mike Schmidt, first ballot Hall of Famer. He openly admitted to taking greenies and performance-enhancing substances in his autobiography. I don't think he's any worse of a player knowing that. I just think the culture in his time in the 70s is a different thing. I believe even Henry Aaron admitted to trying it at some point. Hammer and Hank. And he's got a stellar reputation, as he should. Dealt with a lot of adversity and discrimination in his time. So again, it's not just, hey, Barry Bonds has got a big head, he's a jerk. Yeah, he's a jerk. Yeah, he broke the rules. It's not always so clear, cut and dry. Yeah, Aaron Judge, he is really elite. Yeah, considering. But I mean, to be perfectly honest, just because we're not in the steroid era doesn't mean there's not something out there. Ask Fernando Tatis about that. So I don't know if Aaron Judge could be considered that, or if he just hasn't gotten caught, or if he is 100% clean. Honestly, I still think he's a great hitter. He can do a lot more things than I ever could. And I admire that about him. But all right, last stacks on this break one. Reset and come back for break two, late in the evening. All right, Tom Glavine. Speaking of multiple sports, there you got Tom Glavine playing some hockey. Where is he from? Massachusetts, so he probably grew up playing hockey, probably before baseball. Randy Johnson, Duran, X Refractor, Robert, Beam Team, Don Mattingly, De La Cruz, Drew Ellis, Tyler Stevenson, Sale. There we go. Talk about Hammer and Hank. There's an X Refractor Hammer and Hank. Pete Alonso, Beam Team. And we got another auto. How about that? Jake Berger auto. Looks to be a base auto. The base autos, if you notice, have that refractor. Listen to them. It is not a parallel. It's just all the autos have that, I believe. There are parallel autos, and they're going to have the different color on the top there, and numbered, of course, too. But Jake Berger base auto going out to the White Sox. Colton Welker. Helio Ramos. Marcell Ozuna. Ichiro. I think that's our first page Ichiro. I'll sleeve that for the Mariners. Brian Lavastada. Austin Riley. X Refractor. Carlos Correa for the Twins. His trophy hunter insert. Perot. Crawford. Nick Fortes. Nootbaar. Had a pretty good little World Classic, I believe. Bellinger. Jose Miranda, X Refractor. Logan Webb, talked about him earlier, his base refractor. Seiya Suzuki. Bo Jackson. Kyle Wright. Bieber. Woodruff. Miles Straw, X Refractor, and Pujols Dynasty. Joe Morgan. A Julio base card. Another Julio. Austin Riley. Arian Martinez. Marcus Stroman. Gurriel Refractor. Otani base trophy hunter. Luke Williams base card. And Canseco. Yeah, there's even rumors about the golden one, I guess you would call it, the chosen one, Mike Trout. So again, and rumors mean nothing really. If anyone's good, they're gonna have a rumor about them because someone's jealous. Only understand that perspective. What I didn't like though is, again, I know you're gonna say I'm biased because I'm an Astro fan, but the getting rid of the shift. I like the shift. Uh, it's attributed to Ted Williams, but it's not Ted Williams, from what I understand. The whole you just hit them where they're not kind of philosophy of baseball. If you shift, you know someone's tendencies. So if you just find a way to overcome that, it's strategy to find out. It's same. The difference is pitching with a left-handed pitcher, right-handed pitcher, knowing the odds. Oh, my apologies. Check that out. That Ohtani was a parallel, folks. I missed that. Just caught it. That Ohtani is a green parallel insert for the Angels. Take a look at that. See the green background? It's hard to see. And that is numbered to 99. 41 of 99. How about that? I don't know if someone typed that in the chat. Maybe they beat me to it. That's sweet. Now, I like the shift. Again, it's strategy. If you're Joey Gallo, I'm sure you really hate the shift. But, hey, Joey, get better at not being a full side hitter. Find a way to switch up your spray pattern on the hitting. I say the Astros because the Astros historically have been one of the teams that use the shift more often than any other team. So it's interesting to see how Dusty adjusts his strategy to kind of compensate. And I've already heard of some people shifting people while the pitch is in motion, which is not illegal from what I understand. All right, last stack and break one. Gleyber Torres, Devers, Nasty Nestor X Refractor, Pujols, Trophy Hunter. There's a Shohei Ohtani base. Matt Manning, Eli Morgan, Eric Davis, Reggie Jackson in his Oakland uniform, Brandon Marsh, that's a Phillies Brandon Marsh, X Refractor, Vladimir Guerrero Beam Team, Kiner Falefa base card, Donovan Arozarena, George Kirby base rookie, Trey Turner X Refractor, Jesse Winker base refractor, and look at here! Last stack. Of course, I planned it that way, right? It's a wave parallel Destiny Julio Rodriguez rookie. Wave parallels are pretty hard hits. Well over was a few hundred, one in a few hundred packs. I have to look it up. It is not numbered, but these wave parallels are difficult pulls. Let's take a look at that. Nice little pattern in the background. Congratulations to the Mariners. Tyler T. Nice pull there, buddy. Finish this stack and we'll move on. Mike Yaz, base card. Keith Hernandez. Get focus in there. Sorry about that. Donaldson, base card. Manoa, Severino, X Refractor. Spencer Torque, rookie, team of the future. Heasley, Cease, great Frank Thomas. So I talked about that photo earlier. Minneapolis Superdome, that's what it is. That's where it's at, yeah. Liam Hendricks, Diekman, base card. Winfield, Kyle Tucker, X Refractor. Bobby Witt Jr., Destiny insert. Destiny inserts are pretty hard to hit, so the fact that that's a parallel of that Julio earlier, that's pretty good. Soler base card. Nelson Cruz. He's had, a few more years, man. He is in his 40s playing Nelson Cruz. Bo Bichette. Stinky Grinky. I like him a lot, too. Yon Moncada. Tony Gwynn. X Refractor. CJ Abrams base beam team insert. Nick Plummer. And our last one, Jose Barrios. All right. No big X Refractor parallels for the big rookies, except for we do have Pena. We did get Pena earlier. So the Astros scored on that one. But no Julio base refractor. Base X Refractor. Or any other refractor on that one, Julio. We did get an insert Julio. Just hit it a few seconds ago. We'll go over that in this moment. We recap. So, give me a few seconds here. Catch my breath. Grab a drink. And we'll do a recap. And then end this stream and reset for the next break and come back and see you. So, our big hits for this break, two autos, which is decent considering that nothing is guaranteed. No autos are guaranteed in the break. We'll have to count and make sure we did get our full count of X refractors, but we got, you know, superficial count so far seems to be pretty close. So I'm going to the Bay Area. I did think about getting tickets to the Oakland A's. If you're an Oakland fan, you're probably chuckling a little bit. I saw their last attendance numbers was 2 or 3 thousand people per game. I've never had a chance to go to the Oakland Coliseum. I know from what I've heard, it's a rough experience, not quite up to the standards of a lot of the modern stadiums, but you know, if for some reason, unfortunately, if that franchise has to move, they decide to move. It's nice to go there at least once and experience that. I could say I've been there. And the A's are a good franchise, got a good history, especially in Philadelphia. All right, I'm put on mute, and we'll do a recap real quick in a second. All right, hold on one second. I'll be right back. Looks like we might have been shorted one of the X refractors, or maybe I missed it. It looks like I counted 79. But I'll go through that real quick. Let's do the Team of the Future inserts, and I did not pair together multiples, so. So Team of the Future inserts, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17, and Tatis, Torkelson, Tucker, Soto, Guerrero, Franco, Chisholm, Torkelson, Manoah, Will Smith, Soto again, India, Franco again, India, Tatis, there's a Julio, Vlad Guerrero Jr. And yeah, we did have that Ohtani serial number towards the end there. That's a big hit too. Didn't mean to downplay that, but that's pretty cool. You're right. Speaking of that, that's that Ohtani Trophy Hunter insert, number to 99. This one is number 41 of 99. All right, these are Trophy Hunter inserts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I missed this. Holy cow, how'd I miss that? There's a wave. See? Not perfect, guys. Maybe you guys caught that. I missed it. A wave, David Ortiz. That's a pretty big insert as well. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, going through these as quickly as possible. Pete Alonso, Perez, Posey, Chipper Jones, Mookie Betts, Scherzer, Cabrera, Judge, Ortiz base, Kershaw, Soto, Johnson, Arenado, Mike Trout, Carlos Correa, Albert Pujols. And again, our parallels for that set. We got 2 parallels. A wave, David Ortiz, unnumbered, and the Shohei Ohtani green parallel numbered to 99. Beam team. I don't think we had any parallels to the beam team, but I'll make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 beam team inserts. No particular order. Guerrero, Abrams, Robert, Alonso, Bobby Witt Jr., Franco, Ohtani, Votto, O'Neill Cruz, another O'Neill Cruz, Trout, Hunter Green, another Hunter Green, Mookie Betts, Franco, Julio Rodriguez, Mookie Betts again, Alonso, and Harper. And when it gets sleeved, these cards are pretty slippery, so. Destiny and Dynasty inserts. These are a bit harder to come by. They're not as common. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the big 6th one was Julio Rodriguez wave. So I have Bobby Witt Jr., Pujols, Cal Ripken, Bryce Harper, Lindor. Base refractors. I believe these are 1 in 3 packs. We have quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Base refractors. If I missed one, I will catch it and sleeve it for you. If you catch it on the playback, let me know. I'll definitely make sure to catch it then. They have the designation of refractor on the back to help you find them. And of course, they have the refractor coating, which is a rainbow coating on the surface, as you can see there. All right, no particular order. Winker, Webb, Gurriel, Joe Morgan, Adolis Garcia, Kershaw, Bader, C.J. Cron, Jeter, Turner, Seaver, Williams, Alcantara, Polanco, Anderson, McCormick, Kawar, Torres, Vierling, Perez, Cabrera, Lynn, Rendon. Autos. We had 2 autos in our stack of boxes. Aaron Ashby, base auto, rookie, going out to Milwaukee Brewers. Aaron Ashby, Jake Berger, Chicago White Sox rookie base auto, unnumbered. Numbered and unnumbered refractor base cards. Brian Lavestada for the Guardians. This is a green refractor numbered to 99. This is number 46. Cleveland Guardians. Trey Turner wave refractor, unnumbered. Gavin Lux wave refractor, unnumbered. Jonathan India for the Cincinnati Reds. Blue refractor, 199 of 199. Notable base cards that I've sleeved. Of course, if I miss some of these I may have missed, but Ohtani. I have 2 Julio Rodriguez. I have a Mike Trout. There's O'Neal Cruz, another Ohtani, Jeremy Pena base, an Ichiro, and a Bobby Witt Jr. Our X refractors. The big hit on the X refractors, I may have missed it, but the ones in my opinion probably the biggest hits are going to be O'Neal Cruz and Jeremy Pena, both X refractors. These are unnumbered. Again, back of the hand calculations, somewhere around 1,000 of these were produced, assuming everything equal. And I'll go through these quickly since we have quite a few of them. But just last names, folks, so keep your eyes peeled to the screen. Romero, Krylov, Guerrero Jr., Jones, Turner, Wagner, Perez, Straw, Miranda, Riley, Aaron, Duran, Gwynn, Severino, Turner, Tucker, Marsh, Cortez. Alvarez. Still not focusing well. Sorry about that. Henderson, Stiliseth, Votto, Abbott, Robert, Realmuto, Wong, Castillo, Rodriguez, Martinez, Wainwright, Rendon, Jimenez, Verlander, Bogarts, Kane, Meadows, Montero, Dawson, Rogers, Contreras, Detmers, McCarthy, Smith, Morgan, Alcantara, Seaver, Lodolo, Winker, Lowry, Long, Matsui, Voigt, Arenado, Myers, Hernandez, DeGrom, Brash, Chisholm, Kruk, Anderson, McNeil, Gray, Kalanick, Soler, Lopez, Acuna Jr., McCovey, Mike Yastrzemski, Giolito, Jeter, Davis, Vader, Yount, France, Straw, Machado, and Backwell. All right, that's break 1. Let's take a quick reset. I'll come back, hopefully maybe a little bit later than 10:30, but I'll do my best to make it on time if you have another team in break 2. Thank you. Thank you for supporting a small business. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I caught everything. Hopefully you had a good break and you got a little lucky along the way. Thanks.